Medal of Honor. 2 more names are being added to the Pentagon's Hall of Heroes, and we have complete coverage. New details. We have some of the first pictures of Osama bin Laden's Pakistani hideout. Plus, Operation Brave Families. Coping with war can be tough on service members and even tougher on their children. See how psychiatrists are tackling the problem. And deep bonds. An Army general and Vietnam refugee both share the physical and emotional scars left behind by war. Around the Services starts right now.
Now, proudly serving those who serve. This is Around the Services.
Hello and welcome. I'm Petty Officer Michael Wilkin. 2 more names have been added to the hallowed walls at the Pentagon's Hall of Heroes. Deputy Secretary of Defense William Lynn presided over the Pentagon ceremony Tuesday for Private First Class Anthony Kaho'ohanohano and Private First Class Henry Svehla. Both men were Korean War veterans who 6 decades ago lost their lives while saving others. He and Army Chief of Staff General Martin Dempsey vividly described the courage both men displayed.
They were 2 very different men, kids really, both of them, from completely different backgrounds, but they each faced a skilled and determined and numerically superior enemy. They inspired others to victory by their personal courage, and they willingly gave up their lives for their fellow soldiers.
Heroes like them have stepped up when our nation needed them most. The uncommon valor they displayed is what the Medal of Honor stands for, what our country was built on, and what will allow it to endure.
Both soldiers' families were there. The additional 2 memorials brings the total number to 3,456. President Barack Obama presented the Medal of Honor Monday to Private Kaho'ohanohano's father and Private Svehla's sister at the White House. He spoke about their bravery and honor.
They did not grow old. These 2 soldiers made the ultimate sacrifice when they were just 19 and 21 years old. Age did not weary them. In the hearts of their families, they remain forever young, loving sons, protective brothers, hometown kids who stood tall in America's uniform.
Senator Daniel Akaka worked for 10 years to be sure Kaho'ohanohano would be honored for his actions in the September 1951 Battle of Chupa-Uri.
His company was under attack, heavy attack, and there he fought off the enemy by himself. He killed 9 enemy in front of him with a machine gun, and fought 2 by hand and was killed there by the enemy.
Private Svehla's death in 1952 was described by his commander in a letter to his family and illustrated in a comic published a year later.
An enemy grenade landed among the men near the wounded man. Without hesitating, your son fell on the enemy grenade, saving the lives of several men. Such courage and sacrifice is never found among normal men, and such deeds live forever.
We're headed downrange in just a few minutes, but first, let's go to the Pentagon Channel newsroom for the latest headlines.
I'm Staff Sergeant E.L. Craig. We're learning more about the tense military operations that led to the death of Osama bin Laden. According to the White House, bin Laden was unarmed when he was confronted by U.S. commandos. We're also getting a look at what parts of the compound looked like after the raid. Speaking at a dinner Monday night, President Obama once again showed his appreciation to the U.S. military and others for taking down Osama bin Laden.
We were reminded again that there is a pride in what this nation stands for. I want to again recognize the heroes who carried out this incredibly dangerous mission, as well as all the military and counterterrorism professionals who made the mission possible.
A little more than 24 hours earlier, a small U.S. team pulled off a dangerous and daring helicopter raid on bin Laden's heavily guarded compound. The mission only took 40 minutes. With the compound as large and complex as bin Laden's, how were U.S. forces able to get in and out so quickly?
The outer features of the compound were studied intensively. and there were certain assessments made about where individuals were living and where bin Laden and his family were. And they operated according to that, and they didn't know when they got there exactly what some of the internal features of it would be, but they had planned based on certain, again, observable features of the compound to carry it out.
But as expected, bin Laden did not go quietly.
There was family at that compound, and there was a female who was, in fact, in the line of fire that reportedly was used as a shield to shield bin Laden from the incoming fire. He was engaged in a firefight with those that entered the area of the house that he was in, and whether or not he got off any rounds, I quite frankly don't know.
And as all this took place, the President, Defense Secretary Robert Gates, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Michael Mullen, were among a small group getting real-time updates of the drama playing out.
It was probably one of the most anxiety-filled periods of time, I think, in the lives of the people who were assembled here yesterday. The minutes passed like days, and the President was very concerned about the security of our personnel. That was what was on his mind throughout, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to get through this and accomplish the mission. But it was clearly very tense, a lot of people holding their breath.
White House officials say the U.S. team who was in the compound was also able to remove certain items that may contain valuable information. They say they are now in the process of looking at that material.